All right, my final active learning strategy is a new app. For those of you whose mind is overwhelmed and you're not ready for this, just bookmark this for later. But I wanted to introduce this to you. It's an app, it's a free app called Insert Learning. And you start by adding the Insert Learning extension to the Chrome bar. And the first time you go there, you're going to have to go to the website and create a free account with your Google account. Okay, so just kind of, I'm not going to go through the process of that. You guys can do all that. Also know that Insert Learning does sync up with Google Classroom. So what I've done here is I've found this article on New York Times that I want to assign to my students. So I want them to read this. But what Insert Learning allows me to do is I can go up here and highlight parts of the page and go over here and say, okay, I want to add a note. Key points, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. So I can go through and anywhere in the app, in the website, I can highlight and say, I want to ask a question here. And the question can have these, pre-installed sentence stems or question stems. So I could say, what is the keyword in the above text? And there, the students would then, read that paragraph up above and have to answer this question. You can change the points to whatever it is that you would like, or you can write your own. You do not have to use the pre-installed questions here. You can, I believe that you should be able to go down. Okay, no, these are going to be the pre-installed questions if you insert the question the way that I did, where I highlighted it and I clicked on insert a question. If you would like to insert some other type of interactivity, you could scroll down a little bit further and highlight this part, and you could insert a discussion. So the discussion could be a prompt that is open-ended for you. So, based on what we learned in class yesterday, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So I put that inside of the article. Now on the discussion board prompt, understand that everybody's answers are going to be displayed in a discussion, whereas here, this question up here, that is an answer that you as the teacher are only going to be able to review. So there are other things that you can do. You can click on here and say, leave a sticky note. So you can leave either an image here, you can type in words, or I can also, I'm not going to click on the camera because I'm doing this screencast. But when you are not doing a screencast, you can embed a video as well. So you could put your face in there describing what happened or offering up some connection to something that happened in class. So you get the idea, I hope, in this brief introduction that you can embed all of these things in here. And then down under more options, you can see, you could view it as a student, so you could see what that looks like. But if you hit assign to students, and I want to create a new class, and I'm going to import from Google, give them permissions, and I have many classes, but I have this demo class right here. And then with that class in there, I can go back to here and I can assign to demo. And in Google Classroom, that becomes an assignment with a link to this article with those tools and those questions embedded for them. So when you're all done, you would then come up here, and I believe that I have an example of what this looks like. This is an old article that I did with computer programming last year. Okay, so that New York Times article wouldn't load because of the pop-ups, but here's another example. You can actually do insert learning for Google Docs. So I had this calendar from last year that I shared with the students through insert learning, and then I embedded the question down there at the bottom. So there's just another idea. So again, those of you that are overwhelmed with all of the apps that are going on, don't sweat it. I just wanted to offer up, you don't know what you don't know. So if you didn't know that you can actually embed and create a live interactive assessment type thing for any website, then now you do. It's called Insert Learning, and you can have 5 Insert Learnings active at the same time for free, after which you're going to have to decide whether you want to invest in it long term.